Yo, what up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego. We still mobbing though. Death Row East, believe in that. West Side. Pictures rolling, busting the bins that isn't stolen. I gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about these Charlo brothers. They got an upcoming fight. Should be a great card. Make sure you order the pay-per-view. I see the haters is out in full force. Old media want to hate so bad. We go talk about that though. On this side, the real side. Now, everybody want to open their mouth with an opinion. Now I'm gonna give you my opinion. Ego Velling. Shout out to Tennessee. We just gonna warm the mic up, let the YouTube notifications slowly go out, and then we're gonna talk about this Death Row East, about these Charlo brothers. And we're gonna talk about old media. They hating. They want to hate so bad on the Charlos. This is crazy. Icy, what you doing? Call in for 10 minutes. You can share your thoughts, Icy. If you're available. I don't know if you're at work. I don't know what you're doing. All I know is this thug life, baby. Smash the like button. We just warming up the mic. I need y'all to smash the likes. Shout out to Ari. Ari, you could call in too. It's always good for my channel members. Bro, that old media hating on the Charlo brothers heavy. I told you. You got to watch for the snakes and the fakes in this boxing game. Pictures rolling. My man Ray Wallace. I'm big like Chris Wallace. Better hide your wallets. He said Charlo brothers gonna dominate in good fights. He said he at work from home though. Shout out to Def Mex. Ari Boxing, he gonna join me. Let's get it. Pictures rolling. Yeah. Baby. Yeah, I'm gonna open up with Icy and channel member Ari. I'm gonna give y'all probably like 10-15 minutes, and then I'm gonna take over the show. So I'm not gonna have you for the whole show, but I will get y'all opinion. Hold on. Actually, what's y'all email? Because I don't like dropping it in my link, the link in here. Because weirdos be saving the link and like, I got the link. Yeah, y'all got to give me y'all email though. I don't like dropping the link in here because the weirdos be trying to save the link and then jump in. You see what I'm saying? Give me y'all email. I'll shoot y'all this quick email. Because if I put the link in the chat, the weirdos be saving it. And remember, somebody showed their dirty ass room and all that weird stuff. I need y'all email. I'm very curious about Gary Devin issue though. Looking funny for Team Gary. I'm not, bro. I'm not even worried about that. That don't look like it's happening. Y'all can save that for other channels or whatever. But Gary Russell and Devin Haney, best of luck to both of them. That's not what this is about. Like for me, I don't see that fight happening. So, bro, November 7th, it is 5 weeks away, roughly. You know what I mean? And they haven't agreed, to my knowledge. You know, they're still talking about term sheets and stuff. So I'm not really worried about that. Listen, this is my channel. And on my channel, I care more about actualities. You know, I told you with the Gary stuff, Gary's a beast. Devin's a beast. If they're going to fight, it's a great fight. Let's get it. But if it ain't, I got stuff to do because there's actual fights that are going on. That got my attention. Bro, there's a lot of great fights. Like even in the UFC, I'm checking for the Adesanya and Costa. So I'm always going to be on the same hype. Let's see it. Bro, why'd you email me? You was scared to put your whatever. Hold on, I'm gonna send my man the link. Hold on. Bro, why didn't you just put it in the chat? You not special. Ain't nobody gonna email you. Cause I hope I'm getting it right. Cause I'm messing around sending the link to the wrong person. So you could have just been like my man Ari, on point, smart. Now I could just copy and paste it. I could just copy and paste it. Shout out to Cito the Great. Yeah, we about to have that great. Oh, it won't let me copy and paste it. Hold on. Shout out to Cito the Great. Yeah, we daring to be great. Like I said, my channel, I do stuff my way. Make sure y'all smash the like button. I'm about to bring on some channel members. It's all love for the channel members. And this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get y'all an actual date, like so y'all know in advance. I'm gonna get more structure with that, but this is just impromptu. All right, I emailed y'all. Yeah, I'm not putting the link. I ain't putting it in my chat because the weirdos be like, oh yeah, ego, I got the link. I want your hot link. Oh, give me the link. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't got time for all that. I got the link. Oh fuck yeah, automated PC. All right, I sent it to y'all. Showtime doing a hell of a job promoting these fights, killing the game. Shout out to my man Business Brains. Man, we got the business and the brains over here. And they still hating. Mike from Boston, what up? Bro, they still hating. We about to get started. Oh, oh,
What's going on?
yo. What's up, Icy, Ari? What's going
What's
on, guys?
happening, Ego?
What's good with y'all?
What y'all doing? Chilling?
I'm chilling, bro. I was finna take a nap, so I'll be on here for a few minutes, but I'm tired.
Well, you
No,
sound
I'm just
drunk.
getting home from work. I'm still in the car, so I just parked here and chill for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have y'all on for like 15 minutes or stuff. I want y'all to get all your thoughts out. Fights this weekend. The Charlo brothers, doubleheader. Rate the fight card 0 to 10.
That's a 10. What the hell?
All
I
right.
think
What
it's
you
a
think,
10
Ari?
for me.
Then can y'all please tell me why old media is hating on the Charlo brothers? Because I think it's a phenomenal card, just like y'all. So I want to know what's good. Like I'm seeing like people complaining about the $80, and I don't
You know,
know.
I noticed they were hating from the point that the price point came out. They
Mm-hmm.
started doing the polls of who was going to pay for the fight or what they thought. Once all these reporters started asking like, "Oh, are you guys going to buy it?" and they started doing all these different polls, it was so obvious that they were just like hating on the fight.
What is the point of doing a poll if you're not part of CBS, Showtime, or the promotional entities that's going to get money? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't stand to gain money. It's just we're boxing fans. Like, even if we're boxing writers or media, like I'm a fan of this sport. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not understanding that whole narrative of how many pay-per-views is it going to do? Is it a good fight? That's my thought. Is it a good fight? Do people want Charlos to step up? Because before people said they wanted the Charlos to step up, even though they actually have solid names and good resumes. Look at Jamil. I mean, look at all the people he's fought. But then now these are undeniable, irrefutable good fights, and it's still a problem. So I'm not getting it personally.
Today, Ellerby put out a tweet and he said it very specifically. He said it was funny how he noticed that certain media members pick and choose what fights they want to promote, or what fights they want to it's the same old media, man. They have a narrative they want to follow, and no matter what, I noticed that no matter what the Charlos do or what PBC do, like PBC does in terms of putting on the best fights, they're gonna criticize and hate no matter what.
Facts.
Yeah,
Now, hold on
they're
before
gonna
you get
always be
started,
mad at
Icy.
some shit.
Icy, before you get started, I'm glad you brought that up, Ari, because I have it. I have it right there, so you guys can see. So Leonard Ellerby, he put out this. It says, "Peeping how some of the boxing media picking and choosing which events they support." Right.
I saw that.
So this is the tweet that my man Ari, channel member, Ego's Army, is referring to. Shout out to Leonard Ellerby for that. I actually agree with that 100%. I find it ironic that people are acting like this is a bad fight, and this is like probably one of the best cards. You know what I'm saying? Like when Teofimo and Lomachenko, even when it was talked about as a pay-per-view, you seen that fight embraced with open arms. You didn't hear people complaining, even when they were saying that was going to be on pay-per-view. You didn't see people complaining. My man Mike from Boston said this is the best card of the year. That's what I'm saying. So I don't understand the complaint. Like people, it seems like they're going out of their way to try to persuade fans to have a concern about the price point and the value of the card.
And it's like the people. It's funny because listen, if you don't want to support the fight, just keep your mouth shut and don't order it. End of story. Like you don't want to watch it, fine. It is what it is. But people want to get on social media and start bashing. Like you could disagree with something and not bash, certain fighters or certain networks or certain fights. I mean, just let it be.
I think it's deep. I think they don't want. I think they know this is a good card, a good fight, challenging matchups for all the people involved, and they don't want Charlos to break through. You know what I mean? Because in my opinion, my view, if the Charlos win, especially if they win impressively here, this takes them to the next level. They just shoot upward. They were already doing well for himself. Well, only one has a loss, and that was debatable. So the Charlos, this is their first pay-per-view. If it succeeds, plus the names that they're fighting on a double header, that's just huge for the Lions Only brand. That's what I believe. Icy, you still with us? I don't know. What you think, Ari?
No, I think you're absolutely correct. I mean, I feel like if Jermel wins, if both of them win convincingly, then they should be on the pound for pound list. Because, in my opinion, I have Jermel stopping Sergey Derevchenko. I think he'll stop him in like the 8th or 9th round. The Jermel versus Rosario, I think that's going to be an action-packed fight. Now, depending on how Jermel decides to fight. Now, if he decides that he wants to stay on the outside and just box, move in and out, I think he can go to he can get a
What happened
decision.
just now?
I think he can get the decision over Rosario. Now, if Rosario can force or cut off the ring or force Jermel into a brawl, then that's a dangerous fight for both of them. But regardless, you're getting action-packed fight because we know what Derevchenko brings, we know what the Charlos bring, and just those two fights alone just are action-packed. And then you have the undercards. Go ahead, Hugo. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just listening.
And then you have the undercards that are also going to be action-packed fights. All the other 4 cards are guys that are, have been in really good fights. So I don't understand what people are complaining about.
Yeah, like that Brandon Figueroa, his opponent, I'm checking for him because like I was on the Zoom call and I posted it for you guys on the channel. And he was talking like, you know what I'm saying? He was talking that talk. Like he wanted to show that Brandon Figueroa, ain't all that and things of that sort. So I think it's a hell of a card. And you have to also keep in mind when other promoters weren't getting certain fights done, people said, oh, it's a pandemic. Oh, it's a pandemic. They can't get that done because it's a pandemic. You know what I mean? People are saying like, oh, we got to wait for crowds to come back. Well, guess what? No crowds. Steven Espinoza, Al Heyman, CBS, and Showtime got all of this done in a pandemic year. And
Hell
I think it's a loaded card. I see what you think. What you think about the whole card and, just the perceptions you've seen online.
Y'all know that I'm excited. I can't wait. This has been my most anticipated card since they were announced. Since the rumors, matter of fact, since the Charlo Derby rumors came out, damn, I gotta do something out here. But yeah, bro, they're hype. I don't understand who's complaining or why they're complaining. Well, I mean,
Well,
I
we
know
know
why.
why
Yeah,
deep
we know
down.
why, but there's no merit to stand on because even if you don't like the fighters, I already said pay to see them get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really at the end of the day, I don't know. I think people just need to relax a little bit. Real talk. Like,
Facts.
I bought the card already a few days ago, or yesterday, matter of fact. So
I
I'm
gotta
looking forward
recognize a couple of donations. Omar, he
for
just
sure.
sent a $2 cash app. Appreciate you. He said, keep grinding. We also have one from Row 3. He said, I'm buying. What's sad is old media will buy too, but they want to persuade the sheep to not buy. Hashtag hating they blood.
Real
That's
talk.
absolutely I agree with that. Shout out to Row 3. This is the same thing. You look at Mayweather. They hated Mayweather. I know people that said after the De La Hoya fight, oh, I'll never watch a Floyd fight again. But every time Floyd fought someone after De La Hoya, Ricky Hatton, Maidana, Pacquiao, they're always right there talking about the outcome. I thought you weren't watching no more Floyd fights. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they try to persuade people to not support the Charlos in the same vein. And I feel like this keeps happening with old media, particularly with black fighters. Black fighters, they gotta, Canelo's name was linked to potentially fight Derevyanchenko, right? And people acted like, oh, this was just a rumor now. They said, oh, Canelo versus Derevyanchenko is such a great fight, right? Even though Canelo's been fighting at 68, 75, his last fight at 75, nobody complained. Now Charlo's fighting Derevyanchenko in his proper division where he's done his best work. And you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel the Charlos are fighting their opponents in their main events off of their career best performances. I think Derevyanchenko versus Triple G, that's the best performance of his career that he turned in. I think Rosario, his best performance of his career was against J-Rock.
Real
Rosario
quick,
looked like beastie. Do you agree with that though?
Yeah. Can I
I
interject
agree.
something too?
Yeah.
Not only is that the best performance of Derby's career because he really beat Triple G, he beat him better than Canelo and Jacobs did.
Yeah, for sure. I
Straight
agree.
up.
But it looked like Triple G was going to get knocked down or, possibly stopped or badly hurt at one I forgot, round 8 or something.
It was I think it was the 6th round. Derevyanchenko got him with that liver shot, and he backed up. He was kind of running way backward, and then the referee stopped it. Like the referee stopped the action for no
That was
reason. So
weird
it's like,
too. Why the ref
yeah,
jump in there?
it was. In my opinion, at that exact point, if the referee didn't intervene, Derevyanchenko could have dropped Triple G at least.
Or worse, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, because he jumped right in the mix. Like that was just weird.
That was
weird.
strange.
But it's like I don't understand why. I mean, I don't understand. These media people, like, it's like, haven't they learned from what HBO went through? They try to push a narrative, they go against the American fighter, and they lose. So I don't understand why they keep repeating the same mistakes.
And see, that's DAZN. I never understood how they expected to have success with basically, like you're saying, HBO's leftovers, and HBO had all like certain fighters, and then DAZN just inherited those fighters, and you expected to be massively successful with less promotion than HBO because HBO did their promotion well, their scheduling, their business was more tidy, and you have a lot of the same fighters, but the difference is HBO, people watch HBO for other reasons, original programming and TV shows like Ballers and things like that, Game of Thrones. There's really no reason for DAZN in America unless you like darts or something like that outside of their combat sports.
Darts. Don't nobody want to watch that shit.
And my question is this: they just announced 58-year-old Julio Cesar Chavez versus Jorge Arce in a exhibition as a DAZN main event, but boxing writers rather plaster up the Charlos should fight each other, or why should we pay $75? I mean, the hate in the agenda is very clear to see. Like, how do you have, as a true boxing fan, you have more complaints about Showtime giving you a double header, 2 main events, such as Charlo Derevchenko and Charlo Rosario, than a 58-year-old Chavez Sr. versus Jorge Arce in the third exhibition rematch? Come on.
Yeah.
And then Chavez Jr. ducked the drug test, and then he on the undercard. Like, come on.
And this is the same Chavez Jr. that quit versus Jacob, that had beer cans thrown at him.
At his whole team.
Yeah. And then Eddie Hearn got him banned out of fighting from the US because he moved the event from Vegas to Arizona. So
Right.
It's like, and they're supporting this garbage.
Yeah, and I'm not here. Have you seen one negative write-up from old media talking about how this is a travesty and this ruins boxing? But again, when it comes to Al Haim and PBC, oftentimes black fighters, it's negative Nancy. Oh, why should we pay for 2 double headers? I mean, it's a solid card, it's good, but it's always a but when it comes to certain people. So I think the agenda is clear and the double standards are clear.
Hell yeah. I mean, Ego, we predicted this, and if anybody wants to debate or try and bullshit around that simple fact, then we have receipts, for
Thanks.
what, almost 2 years now of you talking about DAZN before DAZN was out, and people they call it hating. I seen somebody that said, oh well, the hate for PBC. He's basically trying to justify the hate towards PBC by comparing it to DAZN, and I'm like, bro, DAZN had glaring issues from the very beginning. Eddie Hearn was being disrespectful coming into the American market. You know what I'm saying? You take an already niche sport and you put it on an online subscription platform. That's stupid. And then just other, he didn't have no stars at the time. He tried to yank from other promoters underhandedly. Still does that shit to this day. So really and truly, it's like at the end of the day.
What's DAZN's even? What is their schedule even?
See,
I heard about Munguia versus Toriano Johnson, but who asked for that?
See, but the problem with DAZN is, okay, so they have Andrade, they have Billy Joe Saunders, they can't put them into a fight, and these are guys that are promoted by Eddie Hearn. They can't get them in the ring. You have Triple G that's not willing to fight Andrade. He's not willing to fight Billy Joe Saunders. He's not willing to fight the Charlos.
My man Big Rich in the comment section, he says Triple G need to fight Andrade, and I agree, and it sounds like you agree too.
Hell
Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely. Triple G should be fighting Andrade. Should be fighting. Well, he's never gonna fight Charlo because we know that he's scared of him.
But why can't he fight Caleb Smith? When Triple G came out,
he said he fight Caleb Smith. Fight somebody.
He said he could fight from 54. He said, hey, no, 54 to 175. That's what his team said.
Straight capping.
Fight Caleb Smith then. You know what I'm saying? Why, bro? Just DAZN dropped the ball with this. You had talent, real talent, from 160 to 168. The only match that DAZN made was Canelo versus Jacobs in a unification. They never made Billy Joe versus Andrade, and then when they did make it, it fell apart on a drug test, and they never rescheduled it. They never made Billy Joe versus Triple G, Billy Joe versus Caleb Smith. They couldn't make Canelo versus Triple G. They didn't make Golovkin fight against Andrade. Andrade couldn't get Canelo. Bro, you had all that talent, and now the narratives and different storylines have emerged, and you've squandered it. Triple G looked bad versus Derevchenko. Billy Joe, he looked like he 280 pounds or something. And you see the picture? Ego,
yeah, I saw that shit. He looks like a fucking.
He looked big, bro. He looked like.
Andre called him out again too, by the way.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Bro, he looked like he'd been at Golden Corral in the UK.
Andre called him out on Instagram again.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, it's on. It happened. I think he just put the video out. He used Mike Tyson clips too.
How come DAZN doesn't focus on Andrade? Like where's he ain't had no relevant fights that people need to see him fight. He's like an afterthought on DAZN.
Ain't that funny? Like it's so weird. like, it's supposed to be the American market takeover and all this shit. Now, PBC has, I don't want to say struggled, but they've taken their time with, trying to break in with maybe foreign fighters or fighters from other countries. But now they have Eubank Jr. So, Eubank Jr. is supposed to be fighting in December. He does not have a belt. He's not a champion right now. He has the interim WBA, whatever. But he already fought Korobov. That didn't turn out the way it was supposed to. But he already fought Korobov. If it went the distance, we would have known what that would have led to. But Eubank Jr. is supposedly fighting again in December, according to him. And we know what that's probably going to lead to. Andre has been with DAZN from the very beginning, bro.
Before Canelo.
And they have not given this motherfucker an opportunity at all.
Has he fought anyone who wasn't a foreign fighter to the USA? He fought the African Walter Katandakwa, Artur Akov, Madge Selesky, and Lucas Keeler. You have an African American fighter who represented America in the Olympics, and he has not fought one like actual American fighter. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Imagine if Jacobs had never fought Peter Quillen or an actual guy from Sergio Mora or somebody from America. And how do you expect that was going to fare? People are going to spend $20 a month for that? Come on.
Even if he was to fight Billy Joe Saunders, who's not from this country, it'll be a good fight. The problem is Billy Joe Saunders, after the failed drug test, I remember the sanctioning body ordered them to fight again. But then what did he do? He moved up weight, ducking. So it's Eddie Hearn is the worst promoter in boxing.
My man Big Spell in the comments says Caleb Smith was struggling with John Ryder. Touche.
He lost to John Ryder.
Yeah, but so did Triple G. He was struggling with Derevchenko. So why can't Triple G fight Caleb Smith? They both didn't look good in their last fight. Neither did Billy Joe Saunders, if we're being honest. He fought on the Logan Paul KSI card. He against the Corseras dude. He looked bad. So they all look bad.
Splash man.
But here's something that I noticed. Billy Joe Saunders' last good performance was versus Lemieux, right?
Exactly.
And he looked. I saw that fight, and he looked on point. He was moving well. He was boxing. I was like, wow, this guy's, is all right. And then once he popped for that nasal spray, he never looked the same. He didn't look the same. He looked slow. He gassed, and he's never looked the same. So in my opinion, he was on that nasal spray for a while.
I don't think he can make 160 anymore without that nasal spray, to be real with you. But Splash Man,
have you seen him?
Yeah, he looks like shit at 168. Splash Man, why does Andre? Oh, right now, yeah, he looks like Pillsbury Doughboy. Why does Andre need to fight Charlo as soon as possible, bro? Like, there are people on his side of the street that he could fight.
See, here's the thing.
Like, they're not giving him.
Splash Man, this is my question to you. I think in boxing, we're getting to a point where we need to stop when people make certain decisions, business decisions. Everyone knows boxing is a business. So when certain fighters make business decisions that don't necessarily fit or suit their business, how is it always the other person's opportunity or is their fault to make these fights? Like Terrence Crawford, let's just be real. Crawford re-signed to Top Rank. People had questions. And now he don't have no people on his side of the street to really fight of note. So he has to fight like Errol Spence leftovers. So people try to blame PBC and Al Heyman and Errol, but Errol Spence has tons of options, viable options. Sean Porter 1 was crack. So if we watch that again, I would watch that again. You see what I'm saying? Same thing with the Charlo Andrade. Andrade, he decided to sign with DAZN. And they've, like I said, they haven't given him one American fighter, one star building type of fight. Like if Andre beat Canelo, if he beat Triple G, then he would get full recognition from all of boxing. The guys they're putting him in there with, Selesky after Jacobs beat him, after the Gabe Rosado fight where Rosado dropped him, Lucas Keeler, and then now it's Charlo's obligation to save Andrade in that situation. We got to look at the business decisions that the fighters are making as well, because like my man Icy said, Charlo, especially if they win their pay-per-views, they got a lot of options. Mel got the whole playground at 54, basically outside of Texaria, who's the weakest link, And Jamal can fight Chris Eubank. He can fight Korobov. You know, depending on how this fight goes with Derevchenko, it could lead to a part 2 or 3. You see what I'm saying? Andre
Yeah,
hasn't been branded to have the brilliant fights and, you know, be a household name.
And
exactly.
another thing, I think Teixeira is gonna be fighting, because I heard Castaño, that
Okay.
Argentinian dude that fought Lara. I think he's supposedly he's coming to the U.S. He's gonna start training here, and I think they have a fight lined up for him versus Teixeira. So I think he'll beat Teixeira. So even if let's say that Charlo beats Rosario, then he could go for undisputed versus Castaño, because I think he'll be, and that'll still be a good fight because he's going for undisputed. So
Facts. I think Castano, he's nice. I've seen him in a lot of fight. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty good with the boxing
I
history.
think he had the
I
draw
believe
with Lara.
yeah, but he beat Errol Spence in the amateurs, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all can look it
Okay,
up.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, Castano fought Errol Spence. I mean,
Yeah, I
obviously,
heard
the
about
amateurs
that. He beat Arrow in the
is
amateurs.
different. You know, it's different than
Fuck,
public.
fuck the amateurs though. Look what he did to Lara. Shoot.
But he could fight. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he
He
could
could he
scrap.
could
Yeah,
scrap.
I like him.
Castaño whoop Teixeira's ass.
And see, listen, I'm gonna break it down for you guys that are watching. In my opinion, PBC they have a succession plan, and I think that's very. People forget this in boxing, but the storyline is huge. Like, look at even a movie like Rocky IV, a boxing related movie. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Rocky IV, the whole premise of it was Rocky's best friend, former foe, Apollo Creed, gets killed, so he got to avenge Apollo Creed's loss. So that storyline becomes huge. And that's where PBC is really capturing. They got storylines. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's say J Rock does a tune up and then Charlo beats Rosario. If Charlo fights J Rock, there's a storyline because Big Charlo beat J Rock by stoppage. So you
Yep.
would want to see, like, okay, how does J Rock do against the other Charlo? With because they fight different, Jermel and Jamal. So I think that's where they're really capturing. If you look at the recent weeks, there's always been like Icy. Who name a welterweight from PBC that has fought recently?
Lara against that
Welterweight.
one dude. What's
Welterweight.
Oh, I'm tripping. Ugas against what was it, Romero?
Right, Ramos. Okay,
Ramos,
so
Ramos,
peep
sorry.
this. You guys fought Ramos. Thomas Delorme fought Jamal James. You had Sean Porter just fought. You got Danny Garcia Spence coming up. These are all welterweight fights. So Ugas wins, right? Sean Porter obviously won. Then Errol Spence, Danny. These are, you see, they're building the storyline. You know, same thing with 54. Who fought from 54 recently? Edislandi Lada, right? The Charlo is about to fight Jermel versus Rosario. So it's a succession plan. They're already thinking of the future in the future fights because the winners can clearly fight each other. Like I said, Lada, he just got a victory. The Rosario Charlo Jamel fight, somebody's gonna win that. And they've been doing this for quite some time where they have the next up. And now you have your 2021 matches. It's all about the storyline. Lubin
Yep.
just fought against what's his name? Erickson Lubin just fought this last week against Terrell Goucher. The
Goucher, yeah.
Fundora dude. That's what I'm saying. People don't look at the big picture. That Fundora dude beat Gallimore. Erickson Lubin just got his victory. Charlo's about to fight Rosario and to see who's the man. Edislandi Lada just fight. That's like 4 or 5 welterweight and 4 or 5 54 fights.
And these are and Eagle. These are fights that are PBC. The way they do is they keep it fresh on our memories. Because
Facts.
okay, you have Fondora fought this weekend, then the next weekend you got Lara fighting, or you have Lubin fighting this weekend, then you have another guy. So it's like, wait a minute, we could see these guys together. So it's already implanted in our head, like, hey, these will be good fights, and it's fresh in your memory.
Facts. Because the tall dude, was he 6'6", the Sebastian Fundora?
Yeah,
Six
he's
five,
6'6".
6'6", yeah.
Yeah, him. He just fought and looked good versus Gallimore. Erickson
I've
Lubin,
never seen nobody do that to Gallimore either. J
yeah,
Rock
J-Rock
went the
fought him.
12 with him. He stopped Rosario.
Rosario got
I
stopped.
thought Gallimore was gonna test Fundora a lot more. Even when I saw the way that Fundora was fighting, I didn't necessarily like how he was fighting. Like, he wasn't fighting tall.
Yeah.
He still did the damn thing, got Gallimore out of there, and didn't make and made him not want to throw punches. So that's impressive.
Facts. And that's what I'm
Lubin
saying.
didn't stop him either, right?
Who?
Gallimore. He went to
I
full
don't
12
think
at
so. I
Gallimore.
think that was the first time Gallimore was stopped.
Yeah, I
If I'm
think
not
so
mistaken.
too. But that's what I'm saying.
Then
It's
see,
the
yeah.
succession plan. These guys are all mixing them up, and the talent pool is too deep. Like for me, I don't personally want to see. I know he's a mandatory, so if the opportunity knocks to do it. Erickson Lubin, I don't think he beats Charlo if Charlo beats Rosario. If he beats Rosario, so I would like to see Lubin versus Tony Harrison, Lubin versus Jared Hurd, Lubin versus J Rock, fights like that first. But either way, they have different options in the playground. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of talent from the talent pool. You could put Fundura in there with Tony Harrison. That it's just you can mix and match these guys all types of ways. It's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
And another thing is that PBC is doing a great job with promoting these Charlo fights. If you watched baseball this weekend, if you watch football this weekend or basketball, those fights are being heavily promoted, which they're doing a good job.
But old media is telling you the opposite. They saying, "Oh, where's the promotion at?" But like you said, if you watch football and you watch network TV, you would have seen commercial. When is DAZN gonna, bro? DAZN just announced the fight with Julio Cesar Chavez on Monday, and the fight's on Friday. Where they do that at?
Bro, I seen
You don't
somebody
even
on
give a
Twitter.
full week. What kind of promotion could you put behind that?
And you know what's crazy about that? They had the audacity to actually do that, right? But I seen someone on Twitter complain. So someone posted a short clip of the Charlo pay-per-view being advertised during a football game on CBS, right? CBS owns Showtime. That's the parent company. You know that. Someone had the nerve to complain and say, "Oh yeah, blah blah. Like this is why boxing is dying. The promotion is not good enough." And I'm like, what the hell, bro? It got to he was saying some bullshit to the point where Steven Espinosa actually responded to him, and it's like, what are you talking about? Like they'll say the promotion is not good enough, but an ad on during one of the most watched sports in the country being shown by a channel that's like nationwide is not good enough promotion. Like you complaining for no reason, bro. It's just bullshit. It's hate. It's stupid. Like people complain about not getting something and then they get it, but they don't like the way PBC, I guess, is doing or whatever. But DAZN gets the slide.
That's why I say no matter how well the PBC does or the Charlos, Errol Spence, all the PBC fighters do, people are gonna hate. It's just that's what they do. They hate, and they always try to just pick, try to find little shit wrong with whatever, and it's bullshit. It's complete bullshit.
So Joel Garcia, he says, "Sorry, meant to say I love watching you guys breaking down boxing. You guys make a good team. Appreciate you. Shout out to my man, Real Brother 32. He sent $5 on the Cash App. It says, salute to Ego's Army and to you. Shout out to Real Brother 32. Now,
salute, Real Brother. Thank you for your service.
You act like he in the military or something.
He was. He's retired. He was in the military for 20 years.
Okay, he is. You said thank you for your service. That threw me off. I thought you meant like Eagle Army service. I was like, you doing too much.
Well, that too. He be blasting.
Yeah, he do be clapping stuff. But listen, I need everyone to smash the like button. I'm going to have these guys on for about another 15, 20 minutes if they have the time. I need y'all, if you in the comment section, smash the like button and ask them questions. We got to get them involved. What are your questions for Ari and Icy and Ego? Let me know in the comment section. What do y'all want to talk about? I definitely want to get y'all opinion on Jaron Boots Ennis. What are your thoughts to this point? And then for the people in the comment section, ask questions, and I'm going to pick some of y'all questions, and then I'm going to have them answer. But for right now, Jaron Boots Ennis. What's up with Jaron Boots Ennis?
Boots, I think he's the best prospect at 147. Honestly, I think he beats everybody from Virgil Ortiz to Rashidi Ellis, Blair Cobbs.
Okay, we got our first question. Wise man, he should fight Oh, that's not a question. Okay, he's saying he should fight Virgil Ortiz. What's your thought?
Cinnamon Savage asking for my. Nah, he tripping.
What's Virgil Ortiz is like? What do you guys think? Because people keep.
They're not gonna. I'm gonna be real honest with that. De La Hoya is not going to make that fight. He's not going to make that fight
Hell
because
no.
there's too much at this moment. Vergil Ortiz doesn't have, the ability to hang with Ennis. I mean,
You
Ennis
don't think
is
so?
too quick. He's slick.
Not
He moves in
defensively, he
and
don't.
out. Huh?
Well, I was saying you were saying he can't hang with him. I was saying not defensively, he can't.
Yeah, I think Vergil Ortiz he's a good fighter. They're both
No,
young,
listen,
but he's
Vergil.
more offensive minded. You know what I'm saying? Where
Yeah.
Jaron Boots Ennis, he's showing like Roy Jones level slickness, and he's offensive, but he's just more at this point more complete to me. What was that, Ari?
No, I agree with that assessment. That's what I'm saying. Like Vergil Ortiz can crack, and he's he comes forward. He's action packed. But in my opinion, at this stage of their career, Ennis is too slick for him, and would just outbox him. Now, I don't see De La Hoya making that fight. I don't see
Hell
him
no.
making that fight at this. Maybe later when they become, I'm guessing when both of them become bigger superstars, I could see that fight down the line. But I don't think he'll make that fight anytime soon.
Brew Horse, $5 super chat. Appreciate you. If each fighter wins their next fight, who deserves it more to be next fighter on the pound for pound list? Teofimo or Jamel? I think that's a little bit of a loaded question because it depends. It's not just winning. Winning is obviously important, but I think it's how they win. If Teofimo won controversially or Jamel won, you know what I'm saying? That would change it. But I guess if they had great performances, what would you guys put up there? Teofimo, if he beats Lomachenko impressively, or Jamel beats Rosario impressively, who would be higher on the pound for pound list? That's actually a good question. Shout out to Brew Horse.
I'm gonna say, sorry. Well, if Teofimo wins the way I think he will, by catching him and stopping him, I'm gonna say he's number one pound for pound, just to piss old media off, because they love saying Loma's the next Muhammad Ali, and he's number one and all this extra shit. He's the greatest fighter. There's so much potential. Blah blah blah. Amateur, standout, whatever the fuck. If
I
Teofimo goes
disagree
in,
with everything you just said.
exactly, yeah. If
I
he,
do. No, I disagree with you, I see, because Jamel, I think you would have to go with him
no,
based on
yeah,
the
I
resume.
would put Jermel realistically, but if anyone asks me, like, yeah, I'm gonna put Jermel up.
I just think Mel has
Above that.
way better resume. Like Teofimo, if he can stop Lomachenko, then yeah, I see mute your phone if you have stuff going on.
Sorry.
Jamel, he has a better resume, point blank, period. He fought against Gabe Rosado, Vanes Matarosen. He fought John Jackson, Tony Harrison twice. Tony Harrison, people think he's just a slick fighter. Look at his KO ratio. He got power too. So that's a real dangerous proposition for anybody. Slickness, overall boxing skills, Kronk background. Midwest fighters, Roger Mayweather told you the best. He said the best fighters come from the Midwest. So, I think he just has a better resume. I like Teofimo. I'm going to give him a lot of credit, but his best wins will be obviously Lomachenko and Richard Commey. Jamel's resume is too deep. So I would probably have to put him up there.
Yeah, Jermel's definitely gonna go higher than Teofimo. Teofimo, I could
That's
see
not
him.
what you said. You said you would put.
I would say that to if anyone if it was old media or something. All right, well then I'd put Jermel probably mid to high, and then Teofimo probably like maybe like 9 or 10 for sure.
All right, what would you do? What was your thoughts?
I would put Jermel higher on the pound for pound list. In my opinion, I've said this for a while. Lomachenko's a very good fighter, but he's overrated. I see Teofimo stopping him, and the way that Teofimo, the way Lomachenko, his last performances haven't been that great. I think he struggled versus Pedraza. I think he struggled versus Campbell, and he was dropped by Linares. Rosario, even though a lot of people may not know a lot about him, but he's coming from probably big upset this year by knockout, and I think that the fight that he lost versus Gallimore was
he hurt Gallimore
a fight.
too.
I'm sorry.
He hurt Gallimore before that.
He did hurt Gallimore, but I also think he lost that fight more because of lack of conditioning. I feel like he was
Wise man, I'm gonna send you a link. You can join the conversation if you want. He called you crazy. He said Ari's crazy. You crazy, Lomo hard. You first of all, there's no space in his name.
Yeah, pause
I'm
that
gonna
too,
send you.
because
I'm
that
gonna send you
sounded
a
kind of
link.
weird.
Wise man, I'm gonna send you a link. You can join the conversation. I agree with Ari. I think Lomachenko is a good fighter, but I think he does get overrated, bro. Listen, Lomachenko. This is actual fact. This is not my opinion. He never had multiple belts until he got up to lightweight, which at the time was the weakest division or a weak division, because the talent that you did see at lightweight were all the young fighters, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo, who were just building their way. So they weren't fighting for title contention. So who did he have to go through at lightweight? So why didn't at 130 you could have fought someone who's, I guess, the closest to the guy and style that beat you, which is Orlando Salido. You could have fought Miguel Berchelt, but he didn't stay at 130. He had one belt and he moved up. You didn't fight Tank. You didn't fight Berchelt. You didn't fight
Drop Wise Man
McDonald.
the link, because he said he'll get in there.
And one more thing, Hugo, that I want to add to that. If you notice, how many vacant belts has Lomachenko fought for? You know, he fought for the WBC after Mikey Garcia vacated. You know.
Hey, what's your email? Wise man, you can jump in. We're gonna hear your counter argument.
It's so crazy how so many people will
I need
throw
your
these
email.
things. They'll throw these things at you. Like some guys try to tell me, because people were asking. He was like, "Oh, why does
those
Loma
guys
get
didn't
so
want
much?"
to fight him? Oh yeah, you definitely getting that link. Send me your email or get blocked. Nah, we got a hot seat live in the flesh.
He just dropped it in the chat.
Hold on. Berchelt didn't want to fight Loma. Where did he ever say that? All right, I got you. Hold on, he about to join. Well, I need to see when Berchelt ever said he didn't want to fight Lomachenko.
I seen someone on Twitter asking why is Loma so hated, and I was like, I don't think it's him per se. I just think it's people are tired of him being overhyped and compared to Muhammad Ali for no reason. And then the guy was like, for no reason, look at his belts and his amateur record and
Amateurs don't have nothing to do with pros. Hey,
exactly.
Read me his email.
Raymond, RAMON, Perry, PERRY, 400 at gmail.com.
Yeah, he about to be Raymond Perry 200 after we chop him up a little bit.
Yeah, we finna turn him into Perry the Platypus.
All right, you got the link. I sent it to you right now. Raymond Perry. I got to hear this. Listen, Loma is a solid fighter for sure. Why? Listen, man, hold on. Let's just stop it, because I want him to. He said he joining. I want to ask him these questions. So we waiting on you, Ray. Everybody loves Raymond.
Wise man. Cinnamon, why are you asking for my skincare routine, bro? What are you
just
talking about?
Who cares? It's Ego's Army. Tell him.
So I
just sent him the link.
My skincare routine, I get in the shower and I rub some soap on my hands, and then I put it on my face, and then I rinse it off.
Okay, so we have a counter. Somebody said, Lucid Knight says, I like Loma, but I remember he straight out said he wasn't interested in the Berchelt fight. Why not? Berchelt is not a champion. He not strong and big as hell for that weight. Why wouldn't you fight him? See, that's what I'm saying. People be giving Lomachenko a pass and certain fighters a pass. Why Loma didn't fight Mikey Garcia?
That's what I'm saying. And on top of that, exactly, I was just trying to think about that. This pisses me off every time we have a conversation with Loma, because they act like he's not. He doesn't warrant any criticism. How are y'all defending this dude? The motherfucker called Mikey out after the
You notice he hasn't joined the chat though.
Yeah, Wise man, what's taking you so long, bro? You're not like an old man. But nah, for real, yeah, hurry up.
He said shave that beard, cut. Block Jesus. Block him.
I got you.
All right.
But yeah, bro, he called him out after he lost. Before that, it was a bunch of confusing ass, bullshit ass, not vague answers and all this other shit. Whenever people brought that up, no real solid, nothing to stand on, nothing concrete. And then Mikey gets his ass beat by Arrow, and then he wants to call Arrow.
When we knew that Mikey Garcia probably couldn't go back from 147 to 135.
Exactly. Wise man, what are you talking about, bro? Go in your email.
Hold on. Wise man, you got 2 minutes. Don't even play with him, Icy. You got 2 minutes. You said you was down. You got 2 minutes or you're getting blocked. We don't do those drive-bys and all that. You have 2 minutes to you said you were down and you accepted. Don't nobody argue with him. You're welcome to join the conversation and we'll see what you're talking about.
And leaving the chat ain't gonna help you because I will scroll up and
Yeah.
find your username and handle you.
Block Jesus. You said you blocked him. He called me Geico Caveman or something because of my
What
beard.
the fuck? I thought I did block him.
That's kind of funny, but whatever. He's still getting blocked, bro.
What the hell?
The
He
bottom
must have
line
made
is
an account quick.
Loma never fought for more than one belts until he got to lightweight. And look at who he fought for belts, like my man Ari said, vacant belts and things of this sort. Shout out to Rahul Amin. That's a great add-on. He said Loma gave up his belt to avoid Devin Haney. Now he's the franchise champion. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's put this Loma stuff to bed because the dude's clearly not calling in. Wise man, I don't care if you're here. I'm in my email. Bro, you got 1 more minute. Icy, time him on the side. If he playing, just block him. He got 1 minute.
So you got 60 seconds as soon as I start my timer, bro.
Facts. So Loma did not fight Mikey Garcia. They didn't get it done. Mikey was a free agent. You just seen him fight on DAZN. You seen him fight on PBC. The Mikey fight never happened. He never rematched Orlando Salido. These are facts. They were saying, oh, Salido wanted too much money. Well, he beat you. Pay him the money, right? And then he at first was saying Teofimo wasn't worthy of a fight. Remember that? He was saying that Teofimo, who is this kid and what has he done and all this stuff.
Well, wise man, you got 30 seconds to figure out what to do, bro.
He's out of here, bro. Bro, go to your email and click the link. Bro, he's trying to act like he can't understand it. It's very easy.
Dumbass. Yeah.
He said, Icy, block him. Just block him. He said he don't know what to do. Well, we know what to do. Block him. I told you they always do this. And then when I give them the opportunity, they get scared. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Bro, anybody want to jump in on this Loma situation? Give me the email. I want counter arguments. We'll do a hot seat right now. Well, I got Ari and I got Icy.
Y'all don't want to go into a hot seat with me, bro.
Bro, they don't want to work. I told you. They'll get chopped up. Listen.
And another thing about the whole Lomachenko thing, when his team asked for franchise, for the franchise belt, not to fight Devin Haney, he came out and said like, "Oh no, I didn't ask for it. That was a lie." And then Carl Moretti, who's the vice president of Top Rank, was bragging about it on video, how they were ecstatic because they got what they wanted. And then Mauricio Suleiman comes out and says, "Yeah, of course they asked for it. That's why we gave it to him." So
See,
I don't want to hear any.
We too tapped in. New Media, Eagles Army, we too tapped in. Ari's telling you absolute fact because I seen the video. I know everything he's talking about. See, you guys got to see there's a lot of bamboozling going on in boxing.
Something else I seen on Twitter was another comment like to that question, which was, why is Loma hated so much? And then I said what I said. Someone else said, so the dude is not black. He's a white dude. This was his account. He said, why is Loma hated so much? Someone said, I think it's because people have a problem with a fighter that's not black being as good as Loma is. And I was like, bro, first of all, he didn't even say anything about black people or mention anything about that. Second of all, there were many black fighters, new, old, and current, that are better, if not as good as Lomachenko. And then someone fucking tried to respond to me. I said Spence, Porter, Tank, and I was just 3 alone that I could name. Or he said maybe Terrence Crawford. But I was like, so
bro, what is Loma's best win at lightweight? Like where he looked the most spectacular?
Fucking, what's that dude's name that he knocked out? Toyota Corolla?
Exactly, Toyota Corolla. And the worst name on his resume at lightweight is his best performance.
We're not sending anyone else the link right now unless they're trying to debate the hot seat question.
They scared, bro. They're not going to do it. But Corolla was the guy who had the least chance to beat Lomachenko, and conveniently, that's his best win and knockout. Like, you know what I'm saying? How he looked throughout the fight. You know what I mean?
Dude with 7 losses and like no shit he was going to win. Oh, that's so amazing. Reginald Holt, the question, there's not a question. It's just, people saying Loma is okay. Here, I'll word it like this. Is Loma worthy of the praise that he gets, or is he being overhyped? Yes or no? That's the question.
We're talking about Lomachenko and Teofimo. I do think it's a great fight. What do you guys think in regards to? There's been a lot of trash talk from the Lopez side. I personally like it, and I think they're kind of getting under Lomachenko's skin a little bit because Loma said something to the effect of, I made a video about this. You guys got to check that on the channel. But he said something to the effect of, if we were in my country, you be prepared. You need to be prepared to get hurt for talking like that. And that's kind of out of character a
nigga
little
drunk.
bit for Loma. What do you think
He
about the
not-
trash?
Listen,
Hold on. He
Senior.
said, hold on. Someone said, I love debating on boxing. Y'all scared. Who is scared? Who's Keith Johnson? What's your email, Keith? It's probably the same dude from a burner account. He said y'all scared. But just keep going, Ari, because they playing. They don't have.
Teofimo Senior. Teofimo Senior has been talking up his son, and his son has been backing it up. They predicted. Listen, within these number of fights, we're going to be champions, and within this number of fights, we're going to be fighting Lomachenko for the belts. And they've talked trash, but they've backed it up. Now, typically, we don't hear much from Lomachenko. Typically, I've never really heard him talk trash. So, listen, I personally think Teofimo's in his head, and that's only going to play to the advantage of Teofimo.
Yeah, because he's the bigger, stronger, younger person, and he has power in both of his hands. And
taller, longer, more athletic.
Bro, all right, I'm gonna give this dude a link. I'm not even playing with these dudes. You have 2 minutes to join this, or Icy will block you. I'll send you the link.
I'm gonna start the timer right now.
Yeah, just start the. I'll tell you when I shoot it off, Icy.
Bet.
And because I'm not playing, these dudes just keep sending fake emails and stuff. Join the chat. We'll have the conversation. Since you think what we're saying is so false, Icy, read me his email.
JOHN SONCK 84@gmail.com.
All right, bro. They got burner accounts, bro. Icy, he got 2 minutes. Don't say nothing to him. Just count in your head, and if he hasn't responded by then, just block him.
I got the timer started right now.
Okay, I just sent it. Everything's good. We'll keep going on with the conversation because these dudes is playing. They saying we scared, but then they won't come into the link. Top Rank kept Loma away from Mikey Garcia and Devin Haney for a reason. But what about Bercho? Bro, he lost to, I guess, somewhat similar. He lost to a Mexican fighter who was rugged, this and that. And he never rematched. How come Lomachenko never had the rematch Salido? See, I asked the tough questions in boxing. Floyd had a tough fight with Castillo, immediate rematch 8 months later. Floyd had a tough fight with Maidana, immediate rematch, his very next fight. Loma, no immediate rematch, still hasn't rematched him. Tyson Fury, he fled to Top Rank. He didn't do the immediate rematch with Wilder. How come? And you guys want to give passes to that. Charlo, he lost controversially to Tony Harrison. He wanted the immediate fight, and it was signed, and then Tony Harrison pulled out. So that's not Charlo's fight that he had to fight. That's not Charlo's fault he had to fight Cotto. But it was signed for the immediate rematch. See, black fighters keep having to do immediate rematches, but then when you have the complexion for the protection, I see it's a different set of rules. Katie Taylor, why didn't she rematch Delphine Persoons immediately? She waited till Delphine Persoons had kidney stones and pneumonia. Come on, man. And took a loss in the amateur because she went and fought as an amateur. Come on, man. Charlo Harrison rematch was in Ontario near my home. It was my first boxing event. Oh, yeah, I was there too. It was amazing.
Me
See,
too.
I told
That
you
was
the
sick.
dude wasn't going to show up.
Well,
Yeah,
we
Jamil,
got, hold
he's a real
on. We
lion.
got 10 seconds.
Oh, well, bro, he ain't showing up because there's nothing on my end. So, did you guys see F.A. Ajagba? Did y'all watch his fight?
I heard about it.
I didn't watch it. I didn't get to watch it.
He didn't look that good. Did you guys in the comment section watch the F.A. Ajagba fight? If you did, leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think.
Somebody made a good, I don't want to say a good point, but somebody made a point. I want to ask actually how you feel about Ego. Someone was saying about
Your
Ajagba's
connection
performance.
like broke up. Someone said Ajagba looked terrible.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Is it still breaking up?
Well, it's just completely frozen.
Oh shit.
I don't know if you keep bouncing back in the apps and stuff.
Hold on.
Ari, is
Is
there
my
anything else
audio
you want
cool?
to talk about? Yeah, we can hear your audio. Is
Say
there
that again?
anything else you want to talk about, Ari? Do you have any topics?
No, yeah, I didn't watch the Ajagba fight. Did he recently? Well, he left PBC. He's with Top Rank
The
now, right?
hell's wrong with my camera?
Yeah, he didn't look good though, bro.
Yeah, I didn't even honestly, I didn't know he was fighting, and I keep up with it, but I didn't watch his fight.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on that particular night. Any final words, Ari? Because I'm about to.
Nope. I just want to say thank you again for everything. I always appreciate this, and I like doing this. So yeah, just let me know whenever you want to do the next one. I'm definitely down.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a scheduled one for the channel members. Like get back to how we normally do it. All right,
Yeah.
I'm about to wrap this up solo. Appreciate you, Ari. Icy, do you have any final words?
Nah, I just wanted to get your quick thoughts on a hypothesis someone had.
Hold on, he wanted to show up. All right, hold on.
That nigga took forever.
All right, Keith Johnson, what's up? What you got to say?
What up? Y'all talking about Loma? Man,
Hey, Ego, I'm gonna leave and come back.
All right, you don't have to announce that. What's up, Keith?
Right.
Yeah, I'm talking about Loma. I don't think he can hang with any of these young fighters. Tank, Haney, Ryan Garcia, Lopez gonna knock him out early because he.
I thought. We thought you were saying that Loma was. I don't know. I thought you had a different perspective, but you can keep going.
Yeah, but I think he's not gonna go past 4 rounds with Lopez.
4?
Yeah, he's gonna put pressure on him early. It's gonna be like the Richard Coney fight. I think it's gonna end early.
Hey, Icy, you gotta turn your mute or something.
Got you. Sorry.
Okay? So yeah, I thought you were saying that Loma he deserves all the stuff we've been hearing or whatever.
Nah, I think he overrated.
Oh, you made it sound like you disagree with the what it was about.
Nah, he overrated.
Well, then why did you?
Troy King, he said, appreciate you. He said, what's good? I'm about to talk my ish. Man, I think Loma's a good fighter. Don't get that twisted. But I think the Muhammad Ali comparison, I don't see that. I don't see what does he do like Muhammad Ali.
Right. Yeah, he's not that great.
You think good. Ryan Garcia? You said you think Ryan Garcia beats Loma?
I think he
I
knocks
don't know about that.
I think Tank, Haney, all of them probably. Yeah, they'll probably all stop him.
Damn. Okay. What you think of Devin Haney versus Gamboa? It's looking like that could happen.
Yeah,
does Gamboa have anything left?
Yeah, Gamboa gassed out. He no longer relevant.
You say he no longer relevant?
Right.
Damn. Keith Cutthroat. Okay, Cutthroat Keith. He said he gassed out. All right, what are your thoughts on if they make a future fight between Gary Russell and Devin Haney?
But that's the fight I wanted to see Haney take. But yeah, I think he'll probably win by a split decision.
Are you a favorite Gary in that?
Yeah.
Ari, what do you guys think?
I think I agree with him with that. I think Haney. Listen, Haney's a very talented fighter, but he's still young. I think someone like Gary Russell Jr. will give him some serious problems. Another person that I was hoping to see Haney against was Javier Fortuna. And I know a lot of people, Javier Fortuna. Listen, Javier Fortuna can hang with anybody at 135. So that's another person that I would like to see in the mix versus Haney.
I'm a little confused. I thought Fortuna was like the mandatory. Like I thought he was Devin's mandatory, like the #1 mandatory. Then they said he was going to fight Luke Campbell or something like that. And then none of that happened. Then they switched it to Fortuna versus Jorge Linares, who then got sick. So I'm confused at that whole little situation, I guess.
So from my understanding, when as soon as Devin Haney fought Santiago, the next person in line was Javier Fortuna. He was the mandatory, because remember that Santiago and Haney, they fought, but Haney was already the champ, so it was almost like whatever. But But then, so Javier Fortuna was named the mandatory, and then shortly after, Devin Haney had the shoulder surgery. So that's the reason why the WBC said, okay, we're gonna put Devin Haney as champion in recess, and we're gonna have Luke Campbell and Javier Fortuna fight for the for the belt while Haney is in champion recess. Then Devin Haney said, oh, whatever, I'll fight him. And then once the Luke Campbell didn't fight because of pandemic, that fight was supposed to be rescheduled. It was supposed to happen in April, and it was supposed to be down in Baltimore, and I was actually going to go down there and watch that fight.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be down in Maryland. So fight was canceled because of COVID. Then it was supposed to be rescheduled for July. Fight was never rescheduled. And I think had to do with I think it had to do something with Eddie Hearn trying to be slick and slide Campbell in there to fight Haney. That's my opinion. But so that fight never got rescheduled. And then remember that when that fight was when the Javier Fortuna and Luke Campbell fight was not rescheduled, Golden Boy gave Fortuna a opportunity to find Ryan Garcia, because Golden Boy and the president, they came out. That's when Ryan Garcia was arguing with them over the money situation, and he declined. Ryan Garcia declined to fight Javier Fortuna. So that's what Golden Boy said, okay, then would you fight Linares? And Javier Fortuna was like, yeah, I'll fight anybody. So then that's the reason why the Linares fight was made with Javier Fortuna, but then he failed the COVID test.
Gotcha.
So,
hey, Keith, they said you catfish your way into the stream. They said you catfish.
I was listening to the whole show, man. Y'all was talking.
That's funny.
I just wanted to join and talk to you guys for a little second.
Nah,
what y'all think about Charlo this weekend? Do you think Charlo wins big, both of them, or you see an upset?
I'm picking Charlo. I'm picking both Charlos, but I think they're tough, sturdy fights and opponents. So I'm ready. I think Rosario, I don't know. I don't know if that's a stoppage, possibly, because Rosario does get hit. But yeah, probably both stoppages. I would pick Charlos both by stoppages.
Yeah, I don't see those fights going a distance, to be honest. And it's funny because I've been telling Icy, and this is no cap. I personally think so.
About the dream, huh? You had that dream?
about the dream. I ain't no capping, bro. So I think Big Charlo stops Derevchenko 9 to 10 rounds. And like I said, I think if it goes 12 rounds, Jermel will beat Rosario. But I had this dream, man, and I swear to God that Charlo got knocked out by Rosario. I don't think it's gonna come true, but I just had that dream. Just want to put out there.
Yeah, I think Rosario. I think Rosario, he might pull an upset on Jermel, but I think Jamal wins big. I don't think that's going past 6 rounds.
Yeah, I think the things that Derevchenko has success with Triple G with, I think it's going to be different because he's not going to have that same success because Charlo's overall quicker than Triple G all around. So I think it's just different fights. But I mean, they're great fights though on paper.
And I think Jermel moves a lot better than Triple G. Moves quicker. I think has the range. His range is Triple G has a good jab, but I think Charlos has a better jab, and he's going to keep that distance. He's not going to let Sergey Derevchenko get in the body with him. So I think if especially we noticed that Sergey Derevchenko got hurt by Danny Jacobs early in the fight, and the same thing happened with Triple G, and they weren't able to finish him. I think if Charlo hurts him early, Charlo would jump on him and end the fight.
Charlo's a great finisher. I agree with that. He knows how to do it, and he's skillful. He's smart about his approach. I think he's taller than Triple G. I just think it's overall a different fight. One thing that a lot of people haven't touched on this point, but I think Jamal Charlo's recent opponents have helped prepare him for that because he's fought a lot of like weird kind of herky-jerky guys recently. Brandon
I think
Adams,
the Korobov,
Right.
I
Korobov,
think that
Brandon Adams, Dennis Hogan, they all have a lot of movement and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I think that'll help Jamal Charlo for Derevyanchenko's movement.
but
Yeah, I
regardless,
think
people gotta buy these fights and support those fights, man. Buy those fights. They're definitely gonna be worth it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be tapped in. I want to thank you guys for your time. I'm about to get out here and get my iced coffee. Keith, you have any closing thoughts or statements?
I'm just excited for this weekend. I want to see what the Charlos actually do this weekend. So hopefully they win, but I think Rosario might upset Jamel. It's gonna be interesting to see.
All right, last comment on Errol Spence, Danny Garcia. What will we get out of that fight?
I think Earl stops him late.
Stops Danny? The first to stop Danny? Okay. You heard it from Keith Johnson. All right, I appreciate you for your time. I'm about to wrap this one up. Go get my iced coffee. I'll be back with some more heat in a little bit. But shout out to Ari, Icy, my man Keith for joining. You know, definitely do what Ari said.
Thanks.
And yeah, thanks, Keith. Definitely.
All right, later, Ego. Thank you for everything.
All right, Ari. I'm gonna let you know when the group one is. Appreciate you.
All right, sounds good.
So, yeah, I'm about to get out here and get some iced coffee, but I just seen a lot of hate for what the Charlos got going on and whatnot, and you know, old media trying to hate, but it's a great card. I'm looking forward to it. I think Derevyanchenko is definitely dangerous. He has good movement. And the thing I like about Derevyanchenko is he's from the Ukraine, so he has all the Ukrainian teachings, but then he came to America, which is what I like to see from a lot of the European fighters come to America and get a different training that you can't get in other regions. So him being with Andre Rozier, and it's not something you could just do overnight. He'd been with Rozier. You know, even with the Danny Jacobs fight, he had to get a different trainer because Jacobs at the time was with Rozier, and so is Derevyanchenko. So he's been training in America, and he kind of has the best of both worlds. Everything he learned over there in the Ukraine and, you know, the Ukrainian Olympic team and stuff and the amateurs, plus training out in America with an American style and American coach and trainer and whatnot. I am a Triple G fan, you know, but you got to be honest, Triple G lost that fight. Of course. Chenko has sick body shots. Those will hurt anyone. Yeah. I think Charlo will have a game plan for it, but we're going to see. Make sure you stay tuned to my channel. It's a loaded fight calendar this weekend. I'm about to go get my coffee. Stay tuned. Keep it locked on the channel. I'll be back with some more heat. Appreciate y'all. Super chats, donations, channel members. I got something coming, and we'll do a group session. So just keep it locked. We working.